Today I'm going to convince you that teachers should be allowed to carry guns in school. If you had asked someone 10 years ago what they thought of when you said the word school, all that probably would have came to their mind was learning. If you were to go on the street today and ask someone that same question, they could say anything as far as from learning to violence. According to the book The Right to Bear Arms, written by Michael A. Sommers, school shootings are increasing in number. Nearly 135,000 kids take guns to school every day. A national survey found that 1 in 20 kids have taken guns to school in just the past month. Teachers should be allowed to carry a gun to school to not only protect themselves, but protect our children, brothers and sisters, nephews, and even grandchildren. It has become the norm to turn the news channel on and to hear about another school shooting taking place. Why is that? Maybe because people know that they can kill 30 students and themselves before emergency units have time to reach the scene and respond. Teachers are the middleman when it comes to shootings, so why not cut the middleman and arm them? That's not to say that every single teacher should have a gun, because that is a bit much. But I think 1 in every 5 teachers should be armed and given the proper training on gun safety. Teachers are responsible adults that we would trust to carry a gun outside of school in their free time anyways. In the book School Violence, edited by Peggy Daniels, it talks about how college students at University of Cincinnati carried empty holsters to show that they were being denied their constitutional rights to protect themselves on campus. Jay Adkins was quoted saying, "We just want people to realize that we don't suddenly become less responsible when we walk into a college campus. And the same goes for teachers. We trust men and women with concealed carry permits every day without thinking twice about it. So what separates a teacher from that group?" Many people would say that we should just ban guns, but as the old saying goes, guns don't kill people, people with guns kill people. And good people with guns stop bad people from hurting people with their guns. People want to believe that guns are so terrible and that is what is causing all the violence in schools, but that is just simply not the case. As stated in the book School Violence, edited by Lucinda Almond, on average, cars kill 43,000 people per year. On average, about 30,000 people died from guns, and homicides only averaged about 12,000. So if America were to just simply ban anything that could cause death, then we would be banning about half of the nation. We don't blame cars for car accidents, so why would we be blaming guns for shootings? That doesn't make sense. It's the person behind the trigger at fault, just as it is the person behind the wheel. According to Lorelei Appel in her book Dealing with Weapons at School and at Home, if you take away their guns, they would just replace them with something else. Guns are not the problem, and banning them is not the answer. I hate to say fight fire with fire, but sometimes that is what needs to be done, and in this case, arming teachers is the best way to prevent school shootings. Or maybe not prevent them, but at least lower the casualties caused by them. By selecting a few teachers, giving them extensive background checks, putting them through gun training, and having them have the weapons concealed, our schools would be much safer than what they are now. George Washington is quoted in the book Gun Violence, saying, "Our school children should never fear for their safety when they enter into a classroom." And personally, I cannot agree with him more. There should never even be the smallest thought in any student's head that they may die for an education. That's just ridiculous. Students should not be forced to just be a sitting duck if they were to ever be caught in a school shooting. That's also ridiculous. If you look at the website debate.org on their debate on whether or not guns should be allowed in schools, they make a lot of very valid points, such as knowing your professor is trained, armed, and ready to protect you will give any student the peace of mind that not only they deserve, but they need when going to school.